Hello. Oh well. I'm like I can't fix myself up and that. So okay. Okay, so I had a bad dream. Like, okay, this is my dream. Okay, in the beginning of the dream, it was like something that looked like a um not a resort. It was like a place with a whole bunch of people and everybody was like in different locations. But it's like for some reason you can see everybody. Like if you stand off, you can see everybody in their little locations and stuff. It's like a whole bunch of people. And this lady, she was like with a guy with curly hair. He looked, kind of foreign. He was light skinned. He had like like big, like curly hair, like okay. So he had big curly hair. And then this was supposed to be her husband, right? So somehow in the dream, okay, uh, something got everybody's attention, and he ran the other way and like jumped off the ledge, basically. But the body and stuff wasn't around. It was just like replaced. It was like just another light skinned dude. Just a light dude with like curly hair. You know, and she didn't even notice, right, that her whole husband was replaced. Okay, that was weird. But see, the only reason why I know that is because my dream played that part over again. See, I saw it in fast. I saw basically, you know, um, that he wasn't where he was sitting. Like when something happened, everybody looked, you know, like something loud happened, so everybody's looking, or something distracted as if we all was looking in that direction and we didn't see that the dude disappeared. And we just looked back and the lady just like probably thought he probably ran or something from whatever the loud noise was. So she wasn't really, worried about it until like later or whatever. But okay, that part. And then then my dream took me to okay, I was in a room, like I was in like a basement, right? And I was playing some kind of like Tupac movie. Now I don't like Tupac. I'm not familiar with him or anything. Like I don't know nothing about Tupac that much. I know he like I don't really like him. Okay, but in this dream I was watching a movie that had him in it. I guess he didn't look like himself. He didn't look like that or whatever. And so in the movie it was like like a dad or something. Like not like a dad, but it was like a dude. You know. It was like a dude in a room, and oh yeah, oh no, I was there. It was a basement. I was there, and I went in the room and I was playing this movie. I was like, playing it. I was watching it. I've never seen it before, so I'm standing up watching the movie. Well, I didn't watch the whole thing. I just skipped ahead. I skipped to the part and it's crazy because this dude, the dude that was in the room with me, he was like silently in the bed, it was bed in the room or whatever. He was silently like crying and stuff. He was crying so hard that like snot was running down his nose. Like it was like snot and stuff down his nose and stuff. And he was like moving in the bed uncomfortably, like really. And it's like I couldn't control my laughter. Like I'm looking at, I didn't see him doing all that stuff, uncomfortable, basically snot all in his nose. I didn't see that. I was looking at the movie and something just like was rising in me that was making me laugh. I kept laughing, because when I get uncomfortable, like how if you watch a scary movie, like okay, perfect example. You ever watch like a real scary movie where basically it shows you in details that a person is like getting murdered? Like you see like the bodies like getting stabbed and it's like you're the I mean, I'm not saying you're the first shooter or whatever, but it's like it looked like you're doing it. You're watching a movie and it looks like you're stabbing a person because the way they took the video, they took the movie as if it was you, you know? So it's like you're watching, and it's like the thing is, you know, you're basically or the movie is stabbing somebody and opening the person up and stuff. You see blood and, you know, lots of different like fragments of stuff and dripping blood out of the person. And the person's just panic, dying, you know, like, you know, and it's like for some reason every time I watch something like that, I start laughing. Like, you know, it's like it tickled me on the inside. Like I started laughing. You know, even in school one time we was watching like some kind of like slave movie or something. And it's like I was so scared that I started laughing. Like, you know, I just be laughing because it's like I get this feeling in me that makes me laugh, you know, like it's not a happy feeling. It's not even in my head. That's the thing. It's in my body and it just like make me you know, like laugh, you know, like I be laughing at the wrong moments. I like several times in school I kinda got beat up for that, you know, for laughing, you know, at the wrong moments or whatever, but that stuff be making me laugh. So basically, in the dream, I was laughing at whatever. I don't even know what was about to happen, but it was like a dude, you know, and it was two dudes, and it's like he rubbed some butter. It looked like some thick, you know, white butter on the behind of the person of the other dude, like thick butter, like you know, like thick, very thick butter in between the dudes' crack, and I started laughing. Now, I was laughing because, I was scared, you know, because I thought, you know, it was either a whooping, you know, like the dude was about to get a whooping, like, I don't know, with butter on him, you know, or he was about to get, you know, screwed, you know? And for some reason, I was scared because neither one of those things are good, right? So I started laughing. So the dude that I was with, he was silent, like silent. I never, but he was just like, you know, when I finally looked over at him, he just was like bawling out. Like I couldn't even watch the whole thing because he just was like running out of there. He was like, turn that off. He couldn't even talk. He was like, you know, telling me to turn it off because I wanted to watch the whole thing. Shit. Like, you know, I wanted to see what the butter was. What's the butter for? All that butter? Butter on someone's butt. Come on. Butter, lots of butter, a lot of it. Like a thick amount. I wanted to watch the rest of it, and it was just making me laugh real hard, you know, but not a good laughter, you know. But the dude, he was bawling out like, you know, I was just wondering, damn, why is he crying? Like, why is, you know, basically it was like hitting, I guess it was hitting home for dude, because he had like, he was acting like that shit was about to happen to him. Like, he acted like the butter was on his butt. The way he was acting like it was butter, literally, because he was like moving in the bed, you know, he was like, um, oh my god, it was so sad. He was like clutching himself and like, you know, like crying, you know. I mean, like not crying, but quietly, like silent crying, like just bawling out right there. I was like, wow, you know, imagery. Right? So, yeah, so basically I found out, okay, that's when I woke up, you know, and I had to like use the bathroom really bad, you know, but my heart was beating so fast, like I was very scared, you know. And I woke up and I used the bathroom, and I was like, geez, you know, I was trying to hold on so I could see what else happened in the movie or, you know, like ask the dude some questions like, hey, you know, what's wrong? Like whatever that shit is, we need to talk about. You know I mean, balling out like that and quietly? No, you gotta communicate. You can't be crying by yourself, quiet and silently. Can't nobody hear. You know, you ever cried quietly to yourself? Man, no, I mean, it's not good. You cry by yourself and it's like no one can hear you. Nobody can just help you solve your problem. You know, like, no one knows you're crying. First of all, I'm in the same room with the guy, and I didn't hear a sound. You know, I'm laughing and stuff, you know, because I'm uncomfortable, but I'm living the whole trying to watch the whole whatever video was. I'm trying to watch the whole thing, and he's, like, in pain. Like, I don't wanna cause a person pain. If I'm watching something and it's causing someone pain, I would like to turn it off. Turn it off, 'cause whatever it is, it's hurting him like hell, and I don't wanna consume no shit like that, like a movie that's, like, hurting somebody and they just sitting there, in pain, like I'm just, like, stabbing them or something or punching them and they can't do anything about it. Woo! You mean to tell me this man could not get up and tell it, "Hey, hey, cut that off." Like, he could not use his mouth and his voice to just, like, cut off the TV and burn the CD or delete the channel or something, like, you mean to tell me you was living through it while I'm sitting there laughing and, oh, well, dude was just living through it. That was scary. I mean, he was like a 2-year-old or something, like a little kid, but it's not all like he was crying there for a long time. It's like, wow, like, really? And that's funny because he couldn't have been crying, he had to been crying like a short amount of time because I skipped the whole movie to one part. Like, for some reason, I knew what part I wanted to watch. And I skipped the movie all the way to that one part just to see what happens. And I never got to see. All because dude was crying so hard and bad, like, but the part I did see was the butter. There was a whole bunch of butter on the middle of the guy, where it's like, the the split of his back area, bunch of butter. I'm like, wow. I don't like having dreams like that. Hello. So I had a bad dream. That was hurtful. Then yeah, yeah, but they replayed the situation where everything got our attention, and then that's when the lady was with was replaced. Oh, and then we was crawling on the ground looking for something. It was a long dream. Yeah, wow, that was weird. Oh, yeah, so that's all. Yeah, bye. Bad dream.